Ealing Council in West London will vote today on whether to set up a buffer zone outside an abortion clinic because women who use the clinic are, it's claimed, being intimidated and harassed. It would be the first in the country to take such action. Well, I'm joined by somebody who supports it, Veglio. She's the founder of Sister Supporter, a pro-choice organisation, and also by Clare McCullough, who's director of Good Counsel, describe themselves as Catholic pro-life. Veglio, what's the evidence of harassment?
Counsel had officers inside the clinic taking witness statements from women using the clinic. Women were told not to do it. The council officer herself, when leaving the clinic, was told to pray so she wouldn't end up back there, and the baby that died was probably with God now. Women are asked to pick a rosary, pink or blue, for the sex of their baby. On Fridays, there's a priest that stands outside saying, give your baby a present, a birthday.
But then nobody tries to stop them going in.
Well, they're approached directly at the point of access. There's a pavement counsellor at each gate so that women cannot avoid them. The pedestrian gate is very narrow. They have to shuffle past that person. The women and pregnant people using the clinic have no choice but to walk past these people.
That's not right, is it, Clare McCullough? I mean, people shouldn't be harassed when they're in a pretty delicate state anyway.
Well, I'm glad that Sister Supporter have moved on from accusing us of calling women murderers and blocking the gateway, so that's a bit of progress. The women that we are speaking to are being offered a leaflet, offered help. We're seeing hundreds of women accepting this help. These are women in the most vulnerable situations who have no alternative but abortion, illegal immigrants, overstayers, victims of domestic violence who don't have rights to go into refuges.
And you're telling them they should not have the baby?
We're telling them we have alternatives if they want them. That's what we're telling them.
And what's wrong with that, Anna, telling them there are alternatives?
Well, these leaflets that they're handing out tell women they're going to get breast cancer if they have an abortion. They tell women that they'll become a drug addict or develop an eating disorder. These leaflets alone are very damaging. And these women that Claire are talking about are the most vulnerable. And these are the people that do need to make it into the clinic so that they can speak to a trained counsellor.
Tell them that they'll get breast cancer because there's no evidence for that at all.
No, on the leaflet that we hand
leaflet.
out, on the leaflet that we hand out, there's a list of possible complications, and it mentions the fact that there are over 60 studies now suggesting a possible connection between abortion and breast cancer.
That is not how it's clearly listed in the leaflet.
Exactly.
It's meant to fearmonger women into not going ahead with the abortion because they believe they're going to get breast cancer. The nuances of the studies is not in the leaflet.
Women are not stupid. Possible complication doesn't mean you're going to get everything that's listed there. Even the NHS will tell you lists of risks, and women don't believe they're going to get every single one of them.
And breast cancer is not on that risks of
over
list provided
60
by the
studies
NHS.
suggest a possible link, and women have the right to know that, Anna. You can hide that from them if you want. It's not my job to.
Do you not think that the sort of people who are seriously considering having an abortion are doing so for strong reasons? They'll have given it thought, won't they?
Absolutely, but over 500 women who have turned around outside the abortion centre have told us the abortion centre offered them no other alternative but abortion. They had no choice. Many of them had nowhere to live. Many of them had nothing to eat if they didn't have the abortion. So we're there for those women.
Sorry, I don't quite understand the connection between having nothing to eat and having an abortion. I mean, where's the connection?
Well, for example, women who are going to be thrown out on the street by a partner if they're not going to have an abortion when he doesn't want their pregnancy. Very common situation we see. Women who are, as I've said, foreign women who don't have rights to maternity benefits, for example, who are going to lose their housing and lose their job. These women will have absolutely nothing. And Mary Stopes has got nothing to offer those women except abortion.
That is true, isn't it, Anna? There is no alternative on offer to those women. They are told that it's sensible to have an abortion.
No, of course that's not true. Mary Stopes is an abortion clinic, so of course you can get abortions there. There are trained counsellors inside who have one-on-ones with women to spot coercion, women who don't want to.
And do they say to these women, look, maybe you should reconsider?
Well, if the woman doesn't want to go through with it, then of course, and then they get referred to impartial government-vetted services that are unbiased. Mary Stopes have no agenda. Pro-life people outside the clinic have an agenda.
Well, they have an agenda in the sense that they
make £300 plus on every abortion that happens. They've got no agenda. Give me a break. Women who are illegally here do not get access to government services, Anna. I know these women is
a separate issue, and you do nothing to campaign for undocumented.
We don't campaign for them. We house them and feed them, and you know nothing about them.
Out of time,
to run them into the clinic.
But just a final very quick thought. Why not have some sort of buffer zone so that there is for you, Clare McCullough, why not some sort of buffer zone? Why shouldn't you just hold back a little bit?
Because these women tell us that if we were 100 metres away, they wouldn't have seen us and they wouldn't have had a choice to keep their baby.
All right. there we have to end it, I'm afraid. Clare McCullough, Anna Veglio White, thank you both very much.